Okay, I want to talk about the super singles and the lift kit and how we do it and the work that goes into this thing. There's a lot of hidden features that you never ever see. The whole undercarriage is change A-arms, suspension, everything else. Most people put a 6-inch lift in it. We do a 4-inch lift. The reason they're doing a 6-inch lift is to get room so you can suspend and turn off of it. For instance, the stabilizing bar is changed. It's brought in so you have more turning radius because this tire is higher. Also, how we are able to put only a 4-inch lift in here is how we go into the superstructure and reconstruct this. We basically cut out this fender. That's the piece that's cut out of this in here to give you your clearance. Here's the mold that's going up here on this side here. Now, and then here's the framework that's cut out of here. This is all put back to give us our room to work in here. This is part of the loops that's put in there. For one, there's a loop right here, and this same style loop is inside this thing, which is coming down and putting back all this here, plus a lot of other material in here. Now, this loop here is fastened to the superstructure of the chassis. On this framework right here, you can see what's bolted. It's also hooked into the Nerf bars or your steps. And also, the fender is part of this superstructure. So the fender that holds this, I can jump up and down on what holds the mud flap. Now, in a test we were doing, and it was an accident, we crawled up onto a bank. Then, I walked under the truck to show you how severe the bank was. And I was standing there, and they said, see if you can back out of it, the severity of the cliff that we crawled. So when we backed out of it, the ledge come up here, flapped against the mud flap, and didn't tear them, it didn't rip the mud flap, it tore the mud flap off. It just literally took it and just ripped it down. And when I did that, everybody thought, oh man, he's going to be mad about this. I said, that is a beautiful test. Because what happened here, there was zero damage. If this mud flap was fastened in here like the original chassis has it, it would damage all of this in here. This, all it did was tear the mud flap. Put on another mud flap. That's showing the strength that's in here. Now also, on this strength that's coming in here, even the bumper has been brought out to protect it. The other thing that we are looking at, when this tire is turning, you want to make sure it's in behind here so it isn't throwing mud up on that person that's in the fire attack position. So you got to protect his eyes and protect him from that. This has all got to be in here. Also, it has to be durable. Since this has all been cut out of here, a lot of people are doing the cut, then they're putting a fiberglass fender on here. Now, here's what a fiberglass fender or a plastic fender or anything else can. It can't take this type of abuse. Crawl up here, have them get up here onto their fender flare, and jump up and down on the flare. You'll get somebody to do that. So on this here, really look at what goes in there. It isn't just the tires. It's how it's put on there to give it its strength, durability. One last thing, this bar here, since it's in here, the inner fender now has a place to bolt to. It ain't just hanging in the free air trying to fasten to this here. Because if it's all aluminum, plastic, and no superstructure in there, you have no strength. even on your inner fender that you're protecting, and you've got to bring it all the way down and make sure everything's sealed back up. Okay, we're going to talk about what we do when we put the super extreme and we cut this out. This part is originally welded into here. That is cut out. So you removed all this strength. We add this section through here, and it's bolted up, trussed in. It's all in a trussing effect. How do we prove how strong it is? We're going to do a test this morning. We're going to lift up right here on both sides, one on each side, and we're going to pick this truck up and raise this wheel off the ground. It's basically a test to try to demonstrate the strength that's put back into here, and we're holding it, because if you cut this out, it is greatly weakened it. So we're going to use a lift. We're going to kind of come up with this easy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of watch to make sure I don't see anything moving whatsoever. If it does, I'm going to quit. That's enough to make you jump. That's the locks. Now, this lift has been all tied into the building to give us enough strength in order to get this to pick up. Otherwise, I would not use this like this. I would put it in the center. She's coming. I see no deflection whatsoever. Oh, I wish you'd quit that. Yeah, we're getting close. There she comes. There we are. Now, I don't know how else to demonstrate the strength that we have put into this, how much we put in there and add back to it.